Union and then internationally. It was as if we had become dormant.
President Akufo-Addo's foreign policy direction was very clear from the very beginning. He set the motion to attain a Ghana respected by the international community.
As you all know, Ghana has been a very long-standing and active member of the Commonwealth.
A Ghana gaining back her pioneering role on the African continent.
We believe it is time Africa comes of age and holds its rightful place on the world stage. This Africa will be neither a pawn nor a victim. This Africa will be honest to itself and to the world. And this Africa will shed its cloak of poverty and become prosperous.
President Akufo-Addo's Ghana Beyond Aid agenda gave a clear signal to Ghana's position on international aid. A prosperous and self-confident Ghana that is in charge of her economic destiny. A transformed Ghana that is worthy enough to survive on her own and that engages competitively with the rest of the world through trade and investment.
There was a clarity that, now we have somebody we can speak to, we have somebody we understand and who understands us. And beyond that, he's taken the bull by the horns and steered Ghana into an enviable position in the Committee of Nations.
I think he's been in Ghanaian politics for a long time, and he sees that we've been so dependent on so-called foreign aid. And the president, when he announced that policy, he got kudos from other African countries. As ambassador at large, I've met other diplomats, African origin, who have all said that that was what Africa is looking for. Not only Ghana, they said he should make it Africa Beyond Aid.
Over the past 4 years, Ghana has seen an unprecedented number of world leaders and business magnates trooping into the country with the main aim of investing.
In 2017, a week before Christmas or so, we had 8 European leaders come through Ghana.
So you had monarchs coming in, you had heads of state coming in, you had prime ministers, a lot of high-profile visitors because everybody wanted to associate with Ghana.
Now, bear in mind that in these days, political diplomacy has taken a backseat to economic diplomacy. And every country prides itself as having the resources or the assets or the capital or the people to invest or receive investment.
And foreign direct investment shot up because companies came to invest. We see Aker Energy, Aqua Africa solar powered water filtration systems are set up here. We see Zonda Sinotrack, we see all the interchanges. It is all about ensuring that Ghana receives what is due her in terms of projects.
Can no longer continue to make policy for ourselves, in our country, in our region, in our continent, on the basis of whatever support the Western world or France or the European Union can give us. It will not work. It has not worked and it will not work. Our responsibility is to charter a path which is about how we can develop our nations ourselves. It is not right for a country like Ghana, 60 years after independence, to still have its health and education budgets being financed on the basis of the generosity and charity of European taxpayers. By now, we should be able to finance our basic needs ourselves.
On that visit, he, I believe, put out his vision for Ghana and vision for Africa.
And for Africans, it was like that wow moment.
Because we have a youthful population in Africa. And therefore, for us to keep them here, it's not about aid, the receipts of aid. That will not be able to solve our problems of giving them hope through jobs.
Thursday, 30th August 2018. On the invitation of President Akufo-Addo, the German Chancellor Angela Merkel is on a visit to Ghana.
And our objective is to support Ghana in making the vision come true that the President has had and has described, and that is to create a Ghana capable of saying that we no longer need to rely on foreign aid to establish a Ghana beyond aid, as he called it. It's not an easy path, but it's exactly the right thing to do, I believe, and I'm convinced that the people of Ghana are indeed capable, are willing and ready to do just that.
Through this visit, the government of Ghana and the government of Germany reached an agreement with the German car giant Volkswagen and its Ghanaian partner. For the first time, Volkswagen is assembling and ultimately producing VW vehicles in Ghana.
This is a result of an MOU which was signed 2018 during the visit of Chancellor Angela Merkel when they visit Ghana, meaning that we are starting the SKD assembling plant here, and we will be moving to a phase 2. So what we see now is the phase 1 process with the gentleman, also local Ghanaian gentleman working for Volkswagen Ghana.
In order to attract global investors into the country and to boost investor confidence in Ghana, President Akufo-Addo embarked on several working visits around the world. His visits to Japan, China and India have all yielded economic benefits to Ghana.
I mean, we have some of the big companies in the world looking at Ghana. We have Siemens from Germany, Bosch from Germany. We have the big British companies. We have the big Chinese companies. We have the big Indian companies, all looking to do business in Ghana from visits that he's had and the discussions that have been had.
Well, of course, you can be whatever you set your mind to.
But my friend laughs when I tell them I want to be the president.
Come, let me tell you a true story you can tell your friends when they laugh at you. Once upon a time, there was a small boy who watched his father and uncles start the struggles that eventually led to Ghana's independence. And you know what the boy learned from the struggles?
No.
Perseverance. Perseverance. It means never giving up until you have achieved what you set out to do. So when the boy grew up, he became the Secretary General of the People's Movement for Freedom and Justice. And you know what he did? Because he believed in Ghana and democracy, he persevered until his movement brought down the military government in 1978. Really? When he saw that there was no justice for Ghanaians, he led the Kumipreko demonstrations for human rights. He persevered and mobilized Ghanaians for multi-party democracy, which was achieved in 1992.
Wow.
And then, in 2008, he stood for Ghana's presidency, promising free SHS and industrial transformation.
Did he win? And then how we got free SHS?
No, he lost in this election, but he won people's hearts.
Did he persevere?
Yes, but that is one quality people admire in him. So, he stood for the elections again in 2012, and again he promised free SHS and industrialization.
And this time he won.
No, they lied about him. They said he would burn down the country that he's fought all his life for.
That doesn't sound like him at all.
You are right. He lost a disputed election and took it to court. When he lost in court, he accepted it in peace. He may have lost the election, but he won more hearts.
Oh, I hope he president.
Of course he did. He ran again in 2016, and this time he won! And Akufo-Addo became the president of Ghana.
Yay!
And do you know why he became president?
Because he
Persevered!
Grandpa, one day I'll be a president.
Everything is possible.
Abusiafo ahade ebrew monam
Abusiafani ya ba ya de chopa ne nam ya yi dada ya ja na fie na ya etwam eno anti na ya ba be fa ya de akon
Hey, ma ba se mo be fa ama Ghana de nako John unni nkaye hwe kwan ya odi me be fa so atete ye ohia ekom di ku me nana no wasa ba so ba be fa nako wanya ni kunu Mr. Addo number 1 ama wo sempa wo so aba so be fa wo de wako
Hey John, it's still our for say we were short memory oh. Hey, atiti na o de me fem no me kai pa. Near Mr. Addo ayama me. Watch me ahwe me mei. Wa hwe. Look. School no mo call free oh. Light free, is you free. Omo did free. Me nti ahwe. Ti me want to me papa.
Daddy, please be kind. Can't go back to that 4 years of suffering and depression. Please.
Dad. I hear Mr. Addo ne buy a brabo man. And ka wo say a brabo.
No sir. My mistakes.
say on nti na ya ba be fa
Ka wonu tum. School chalk mpo. Wantimi anto. Akonta we are incompetent. Wo mre atwam. John. Enso hwe no a wo tworo ye no. Wa faili. Eti kope ba bi tena.
Show boy, we are my number 1.
Ghana for say agro
February 2017, Ghana's neighboring country, Togo, is in political turmoil.
Nous en avons
We're really fed up with this regime. They've been in power for 50 years now and they're doing nothing to develop the country. We want the 1992 constitution, and I can assure you that we're all engaged from south to the north in our efforts to have our constitution back.
Togo's opposition political parties are demanding constitutional reforms that include term limits for the president. The regional economic bloc, ECOWAS, needed a leader respected enough by all sides to broker a peace deal. And regional leaders settled on Ghana's President Akufo-Addo to lead a facilitation team to meet all 14-member opposition coalition and government representatives in a bid to solve the political crisis.
I've come here with no solution, prescription, or magic wand to impose or prescribe any solution for the resolution of the crisis that has gripped your country in these last months. It is that for all those who are assembled here recognize that in a dialogue, the spirit of accommodation, the spirit of compromise has to be at the very forefront of the preoccupations of everyone.
I was impressed that he used Ghana's case as an example to try to assure the Togo opposition that if they took a certain step, they'll be able to get to where they were going. And he used Ghana as an example. For 11 years, we were under a military dictatorship, but due to the opposition exhibiting patience, we finally transitioned to democracy.
This goes back to when he was foreign minister, what he did in Liberia, also in Cote d'Ivoire. Former President Sirleaf will tell you that he played a key role in bringing a peace to Liberia. President Ouattara will also tell you what he did as foreign minister in negotiating before, of course, President Kufuor would come in. He laid the foundation. So he's very skilled when it comes to mediating.
One thing that he said during the negotiations at the very beginning was that he was foreign minister when Eyadema died. And he saw the number of refugees that came into Ghana, and it was a problem for Ghana to handle that number of refugees. So he kept telling them that his interest in the negotiations was not whether the government stayed in power or opposition came to power, but stability and peace of the sub-region.
Within 24 hours of meeting with both sides, the opposition announced a cessation of protests in the country following the first round of political mediation led by President Nana Akufo-Addo that led to a peaceful election.
As president, he is focused on providing free secondary education to all Ghanaian students and, through educational excellency, driving the country's development in the 21st century. Distinguished guests, friends, please join me in welcoming His Excellency, President Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana.
There's a set of statistics that I've been pulling out to make the point. Between Ghana and our neighbor Cote d'Ivoire, we produce 65% of the world's output of cocoa. The chocolate industry is a 100 billion United States dollars industry. And we, who produce 65% of its raw material, cocoa, make less than $6 billion from the toil of our farmers. This is not right. I do understand that there are nations who have built their industrial complexes around the value chain of our raw commodities. It is time to change that setup.
Each of these visits, the president was very, very clear to put out his vision.
We want to modernize, we want to change our economy from one predicated on the export of raw materials and resources into one of value addition, such that we can benefit from the higher value chains of processed goods for export. So meaning that we don't want to continue just exporting our raw materials, export our gold raw, export our logs raw, export our oil raw, export our cocoa raw, export our fruits raw. We want to add value, because when you add value, then the export revenue is increased.
Thank you so much, His Excellency Nana, for that wonderful Pan-African speech. I'm very sure beyond doubt that our great ancestors, Kwame Nkrumah, Nelson Mandela Madiba, Milka Kabro, are very, positive about what you've talked about. My name is Seguia Hilary Innocent Taylor. I am a Ugandan and I'm doing my master's in international relations here at Harvard. I wish we could, exchange you for our Ugandan president, Dictator General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who has been in power for 33 years.
The 2019 year of return was linked to the 400th anniversary of slaves landing in the US, said to be the first recorded arrival of enslaved Africans in the Americas.
Tragic, inhumane, and barbarous though their coming to America was, their achievements here testify vividly to the resilience of the African and our determination to survive no matter the odds. Africans here, Africans in the Americas, Africans on the continent, together we shall overcome.
GhanaSongs.org.
When President launched the year of return, I don't think even he realized how big it was going to be and how it was going to put Ghana once again on the international stage.
That's a wonderful idea. I certainly applaud our visionary president. It is something that African Americans have been waiting to hear for the longest. We've always felt a certain kinship, but we never knew exactly where we were welcome. And to open the doors in this way and to give us a full embrace like this, we can't ask for more.
For them, it's real. And many of them want to come and settle in Ghana. They want to come and invest in Ghana. They want to be part of the Ghanaian success story. And it's because a president opened his arms and said, "Come home. This is your home."
President Akufo-Addo himself became the driving force for the program, embarking on working visits to 5 Caribbean nations: Guyana, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and Grenadine, and Kingston, Jamaica, marketing Ghana to the world.
I believe that really was the icing on the cake for us, because it showed that truly it wasn't just a gimmick. The man meant what he said, what he proclaimed. And so he was there, he addressed the parliament of Barbados, of St. Vincent. He met up with so many significant African diaspora. And to a man or to a woman, all of them indicated that, yes, they really believe that Ghana is not just playing gimmicks with the year of return.
To welcome my brother, the President of Ghana, to Ilara Court, and to say to you that it has been our distinct pleasure to be able to have this President and his delegation visit us in Barbados today as part of their Caribbean tour. And we are conscious that this for us goes beyond just a normal presidential visit. This is about family. And this is about two nations rediscovering each other because our peoples have a common heritage. And the more that we spoke this morning, the more that we became confirmed in our views that we have a historic opportunity to change the trajectory of centuries of history.
We have taken a very firm decision that we're never going to permit ourselves to be in that situation again. And we think that you are joining us to commemorate this year of return in Ghana would be a very powerful statement that on both sides of the Atlantic, the people of African descent have made this commitment.
You see, and it's not just welcoming people back home, it's looking at the economic aspect of what this can do as well. You see, when we have people coming and bringing their skills and their talents and their money and that kind of thing, it makes a tremendous difference.
Had the Steve Harveys, Kofi Kingston, Samuel Jackson, Maurice Kudjo, Naomi Campbell, Bozoma, AJ Johnson, they've all been through.
While security and counter-terrorism in West Africa remained a priority, and while ECOWAS sought to help Mali navigate the formation of a new government following the removal of former President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, ECOWAS leaders unanimously elected President Akufo-Addo as chairman of the regional bloc.
Ghana's president greeting Mali's new strongman, Colonel Assimi Goïta, and addressing Mali's coup leader as Mr. President. No firm
His first and immediate success as an ECOWAS chairman was the smooth manner in which he handled the political impasse in Mali, managing to bring all sides of the conflict to Péduace in Ghana for mediation.
Today is supposed to be the day when the military junta in Mali is to put in place a government which should respond to the criteria we set out at our last summit of 28th August 2020. That has not been done. The circumstances of life in Mali today require that closure be brought to the matter now.
The issue in Mali, it is multifaceted. It is very complex, has many issues involved. Besides the leader being a constitutionally elected leader, we have the issue of the jihadists and terrorism in the sub-region. We also have the issue of the usual opposition government forces going on. And then in this case, the military also came in. I've talked to some of them and they said the one reason why they were willing to accept what our president was saying was not what he said, but because they believed inherently that he's a trustworthy person, that is a man in whom they can trust. So this was their reason for accepting, and I think it is bringing peace to the area.
The quest for Africa to have a continental economic bloc was a major task for President Akufo-Addo, becoming an advocate for the establishment of the African Continental Free Trade Area, a debate that had raged for decades.
To get a continental headquarters here is like a jewel, and I think it took the negotiations of our president calling his colleague presidents to get them to accept that Ghana had what it takes. But of course, we know that other capitals could have easily done this, but it was because of the effort and persistence of our president that it came to Accra as the headquarters.
He brought to bear all his diplomatic skills. He sent eminent persons, including ministers, around the whole of Africa to put our case across that Ghana is a founding or was a founding member of the Organization of African Unity, now the AU. We have never hosted an AU institution or organ, and that this is the time for Ghana to be considered.
For a country like Ghana that has always believed in Pan-Africanism and African unity, it means that we are willing to use Ghana as a platform to open up trade between African countries. And for us, I think it's a big plus for us, and for them to knowing Ghana's role in uniting Africa is good.